Hey everyone, it's the Walkthrough Guru, aka Philly Too Fresh, and I'm starting off a new playlist today that I'm gonna play through with every team in Madden, one time online, ranked, and I'm gonna bring you that game and show you what happens. And in this, I'm gonna talk to you about what happened last year with the team and what I think is gonna happen in the upcoming season with the team that I'm focusing on in each video. Today is the Bears. It's coming in alphabetically ordered, but I don't know if anyone's ever done this type of thing before. I promise you I'm not stealing it from anyone, but I'm gonna start off by saying last year the Bears went 8-8, and definitely was a disappointing season from them, but I think they have a real potential with the wide receiver duo they have coming up with Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey, and Matt Forte has always been amazing. But the additions they've had this year are Jared Allen, MD Jennings, Adrian Wilson, and Josh Morgan. I think those are very solid pickups because obviously they were having major problems on defense and with their wide receiver core besides Alshon Jeffrey and Brandon Marshall. The biggest disappointment that they had this year in the offseason was losing Josh McCown, Julius Peppers, and Earl Bennett. Those players were really important, especially Julius Peppers, because he's probably the best player on the Bears defense, but they couldn't afford to pay him that much. Other than that, they lost one of the best kick returners in the NFL ever, in Devin Hester, and that's a real disappointment for them because he's been there for probably at least 7 years now. I know most Bears fans are going to be really disappointed with that move, but you have to do what you got to do. My favorite team is obviously the Eagles, and watching what they did to the Bears last year, I knew that they had to do something to pick it up this season, but I definitely think that they're going to be much better this season than last season. They got Jared Allen from the Vikings, so they don't have to go up against him every year twice. That should help them a lot when they're playing the Vikings, so Jay Cutler doesn't have to worry about him in his face. But as you can see in here in this game, right here, my opponent scores touchdown. I'm down 7-0. So I come back, lob it up to Alshon Jeffrey. He breaks the tackle and tackled. But the Bears are probably one of my top 5 favorite teams. I don't have anything against them. They're just okay. I don't dislike them. I know a lot of people are really into it. I've been to Chicago a few times, but in this game, I'm pretty sure I step it up and come back against him. Oh, there's a nice fumble right there. Jared Allen with the recovery. That should get Bears fans pretty hyped up. I remember in free agency, I was hoping the Eagles picked him up because they have major problems with their defensive line. But let's see, other than that, last year, if I was to say this year, I would definitely say the Bears are going to win at least 9 games, and that's with a weaker division this season, with the Packers being down and the Vikings losing some of their players, like Jared Allen, obviously. But I think it's definitely a winnable division for them. All they have to do is stay healthy and hope that Jay Cutler doesn't mess up like he's done the last few years, where he could be out of a job coming up pretty soon. I think that they could easily win the division with the other teams definitely downgrading. I think the Bears are one of the only teams to upgrade this season in that division. They had a really solid draft, drafting Kyle Fuller from Virginia Tech. He's definitely a nice addition because they've been slacking at cornerback other than Major Wright lately. Let's see, they added, who else did they add? Kadeem Carey from Arizona. He's He's really disappointment in his last season, but he's coming into his senior year. He was one of the most highly touted recruits in the nation, or not recruits, players in the nation. He on NCAA 2014, he was like a 99 overall, and I like embarrassed people with him. But as you can see here, I got that pick six. Let's see what he can do. Oh, it's not a pick six. Never mind. Oh, that's disappointing. Right now, we're all tied up 14-14, and he sacks me for like a, oh my god, 3rd and 32. I don't remember this. But as you can see, this is a tight game for right now. Go to the 3rd quarter. The Giants are on the drive right here. Eli Manning. He's not frowning right now yet. Who's that? I don't know. But I got the ball back. Lob it up to Brandon Marshall. Went up for it. And came up with that beast mode. Matt Forte breaking tackles. But he can't get in there yet. So far on Madden, really enjoyed the new defensive upgrades. Like they have, you can tackle different ways, hit up in the upper body, lower body. What have you all been thinking about the new Madden? I think that it's definitely one of the better years so far. It's not the same thing, this copy pasted like it's been for the last few years. The new graphics on the PS4 and Xbox One look really good. I've played both now with the EA access on Xbox One, and I have the full copy on the PS4. I want to know what you all are thinking. I might start an Ultimate Team like playlist too. I don't really know yet. I got the Ultimate Edition of Madden, so I have a few packs already open. I got RG3 and a few other pretty good players like Sammy Watkins. But I want to know what you all think about me starting that up. I might give away some players too. So, to my subscribers. If you all subscribe and I do a video, I might give away some cards coming up pretty soon. But I'm really liking the game so far this year. There's not really been that many infuriating moments, other than maybe some passes that I thought weren't going to be intercepted, because last year it was so easy to go up and get balls. But other than that, everything's been fine with this game. The Bears were definitely a more fun team to play with, because you can do crazy stuff with them, like just lob it up to Brandon Marshall or Alshon Jeffrey. They have that ability, unlike most teams. The only other team I could really think of that would be like that would be the Lions with Calvin Johnson, and the Bengals with A.J. Green. But they have two on their team that are like that, other than just one on those teams. So that's definitely a plus if you want to play with the Bears. But my final prediction this year on how many games the Bears are going to win, it would probably be 9. I think they'll go 9-7 and fight for a wild card spot. And I think the Packers are going to win the division with 10 or 11 wins, because Aaron Rodgers is still a beast like he's always been. But that could easily prove me wrong. The Bears could step up this year and win 10, 11 games and win that division, be like the 3rd or 4th seed in the NFC. But I don't know. I want to know what you all are thinking about this coming season, and I get the final pick of the game right here. Okay. Well, it's been Philly Too Fresh. Thank you all for watching this video. Peace.
The kick is good. Well, that's how the and Cruz is lined up now as a slot receiver. The defense, they're going to need every break possible. First, they must score on this possession. For a minute to play. 1st and 10. The defense gets a sack. Really down. Manning's looking to go down the field here, but the Giants have it at the 39. Down the field, and the pass is picked off, and that will all but do it. Phil, before we go, how about a little chat about how much this win means?
Well, you know, Jim, let's look at it this way. It was